今天我们继续来聊自信而神奇的印度。2025年5月，印巴冲突，印度战场失利后，印度政府为了挽回面子，干出的事简直让人目瞪口呆。印度国防情报局局长拉纳一口气把70多个国家的驻印度的外交官召集起来，跟人家说我们打赢了巴基斯坦。莫迪更是大手一挥，宣布全国搞10天的胜利庆祝活动。于是印度就开启了举国自嗨模式。
It's a day to celebrate India's victory. India has given a befitting reply to Pakistan. We salute our armed forces. As you can see, the youth is extremely proud of our armed forces. Everyone must come here and salute our forces.
当全球的媒体都在报道印度战场失利时，而印度的知名女主播贾康姐却满脸困惑地在节目里质问：我们不是都赢了吗？怎么全世界都在造谣我们？这话听起来很荒唐，但也很真实。印度为什么总赢呢？哪怕只是赢在嘴上。
The spotlight over the past week, investors were making big bets on Chinese companies. Their shares were soaring. That rally ended today. Chinese defense stocks are under pressure. The sell-off hit major players like Avic Chengdu Aircraft. They are the makers of the J-10 fighter jets. Avic's stock price fell by over 9% today. Similarly, shares of Zuzu Hongda Electronics fell by over 6%. This company makes the PL-15 missiles. Now, Pakistan has both systems in its arsenal, the J-10 fighter jet and the PL-15 missile. Pakistan uses both. They were deployed against India last week. And this is when their stocks shot up. But they failed to perform, and then the fighting stopped. So investors who had bet on a longer conflict lost money. Their bet failed. Their calculation was quite simple. If India and Pakistan continue to fight, more Chinese arms would be sold to Pakistan. And on paper, this made sense. China remains Pakistan's largest weapon supplier. China is Pakistan's largest weapon supplier from 2019 to 2023. In 4 years, 81% of Pakistan's arms came from China. That's over $5 billion in sales. China has a virtual monopoly over Pakistan's defense supplies, so a longer operation with India would have meant more orders and more sales for these companies. But that's not how it played out. So the stocks fell. A bigger worry, though, is how the Chinese weapons performed or failed to perform, especially the PL-15 missile. This was used in combat for the first time last week, the PL-15. Pakistan fired several Chinese missiles at India. None of them hit the mark. India's air defenses intercepted almost all of them. Several pieces of the Chinese missile landed on Indian soil. In at least one case, an entire missile came down nearly intact. It was found in the Indian state of Punjab. You can see the pictures. This is a border state in North India. And since then, missile debris has been recovered from multiple locations in India. There are new photographs almost every day. They show the rear body of the missile and its guidance section. Again, these parts appear to be intact, as if the missile never went off. There could be several explanations for this. Maybe Pakistani pilots did not fire the missile correctly, or the missile lost power, or it was shot down, or it just missed the target. Whatever the reason, the result was the same. The missiles proved to be duds. They fell on the ground, mostly undamaged. And this is very bad publicity for the company that makes them. These pictures are circulating the world over. They would certainly make China's defense clients think twice. Who would buy a weapon that does not do its job? The wreckage is now with the Indian authorities. It is a valuable asset. It can reveal key details about the missile's range, design, and vulnerabilities. This can help India build countermeasures. It also exposes the enemy's weaknesses. For intelligence agencies, this is a major gain. For China, it is a strategic setback. And this isn't the only one. Last week's hostilities also exposed China's air defense systems, like the HQ-9 and HQ-16. Both are Chinese-made. Both are operated by Pakistan. They are copies of the Russian systems, the S-300 and the S-400 systems. The Chinese machines are modeled on the Russian ones. Defense experts often describe them as cheaper copies. But they proved to be very costly for Pakistan because they failed. Indian forces breached these Chinese defenses last week. At least 3 locations were compromised: Lahore, Chaklala, and Sialkot. In each case, Chinese air defense systems were neutralized by India, and that raises serious questions about their real-world performance. So the market reaction was only to be expected. They were hoping for profits from a sales boost. Instead, they're getting scrutiny after delivering a disaster. You see, when a weapon fails, the damage is not just tactical, it hurts reputations. China clearly has a lot of work to do.